guys, it's Bank here with a new video. So, I have been requested by my friend ISP Azun on how to do melee at Araxxor. So, first for the inventory, I have a Supreme Overload salve. You can replace this with a standard overload or a Supreme Overload, which works fine. If we're going to do so, I'd replace one of the Super Restore flasks for a Super Prayer Renewal, as the salve gives me the renewable effect. Also have the restores obviously to act as prayer potions, just a bit better. Adrenaline flask, which is very important, some Saras, and then just some food. And my yak, if I click it, all it has is more food and a few Saras just in case, with the priority being near the end. All you have is actual food, not Saras. I'll come on to that later. As for gear, I'm not going to worry about auras or skirmish or anything like that, because they're not that important. I mean, if you want to do higher rage and stuff, they are, but if you're just trying to learn for now, then it is fine, to be honest. So, I have Form 11. You could potentially swap that for Bandos if you haven't got so much money. Same with the boots and gloves, which would be Bandos. Although the gloves are very cheap, about 3 mil. It's fine, really. Ring, I have the Ring of Death. If you need to substitute that, I would go for the Leviathan Ring, as it's very, very cheap and it lasts a long time, and it's really, really good. Necklace, I have the Reaper necklace for the accuracy bonus. Again, if you need to put out something like a Fury, would be fine. And Kit, I have the Max Kit. You could use a Skill Cape, for example, or something. And the weapon, I have the Nox Scythe. You could potentially use it for something like a Dragon Rider Lance, maybe Dragors. I wouldn't really recommend you try anything lower than maybe 285. I believe the middle web is actually harder than the bottom one, so we can be going with that. Okay, so we have been playing against range. Playing against range because if you're using melee, you can use the weakest start 2 off, which is obviously range. Now, pros and cons for using melee. So first of all, it's their fast kills. Just outright, they are faster because Berserk is fantastic. And in my opinion, P4 is actually much easier with melee than anything else. The cons are you can't just free them and not be swiped, because you're always going to be swiped. Potentially taking a bit more damage due to the fact that you're still close up. If the top path is open, you're a bit more of an issue with the spiders, and the way her loot works in terms of getting a fang piece. I'm not overloaded. That's amazing. In terms of getting a fanged piece, or not a fang piece, sorry, a hilt piece, you're more likely to get an eye if you're using, a web if you're using melee, which is the least valuable one at the moment. So moving on. So the general idea behind her is she cannot supposedly use the same ability back to back. So if when she uses the web, her next ability will not be the web, and then you are free to use a Berserk. But when it comes to here, you can be a bit riskier in the sense of she has so many more abilities that she can be using anything else. So she swipes there. In fact, I'm going to choose with the Berserk, as you're not going to be worrying too much about how to use it later. There's nothing wrong with us using it now. You can see that it actually hits like a fucking truck. Hopefully her next ability isn't the web. That's fine. Forget about that. So over here, and you can see that her health is just absolutely smashed down. So hopefully she can just place an insta-kill there. There it is. We should probably move away, but this isn't going to be 50%. Hey, go. So they've actually changed how this works. It used to be that oh, let's have it as well. it used to be that she had to be right at the top when it wouldn't work, so it works better with Fanny now. What I'd recommend is you don't stand with your back to this. If you actually stand a step or two closer, it means that whenever she does her swipe, you still have some room to move. If you're standing there, even though she doesn't move, it will still hit you, which is silly. So keep hitting her. I think we'll drain down, and I didn't see that. I totally didn't just sign life on this. It's a bit unfortunate that she had the insta-kill below her. I didn't actually see that. I'll have to look back at this to see if that was me being oblivious or if it was just a bit obvious. So the nice thing about doing the middle path is that we only actually have to lure one of these into her, and bam, and now it's literally just deal with insta-kill spiders, these things, all normal mechanics, and just damage her. I mean, you'll see that 125,000 damage in the melee really, really fast. It's super easy. The biggest worry is that she'll use her web thing whilst we're berserked, because that will that's fine. We'll sacrifice it down to the spiders just to get more damage out. So look at that. They've run out of health here. We don't. That's half health done. From 105,000 to 66,000. You know, that's basically half health. Well, I don't think I would survive that. Stand over here and just wait. This is rinse and repeat really. But as we've been using Berserk in the last phase, that's the last time I really use it. You still use your threshold, they're a short cooldown and stuff, but I'd say the Berserk. So I'll quickly talk through the last phase, as this phase is very, very standard. Obviously she swaps between range and magic hits. Now obviously the range hit isn't much of an issue for us, the magic one is. So if we permanently pray versus magic, she'll only use range hits on us, which is no issue for us, which is fun. Which is why we do it. And that's why phase 4 just feels so easy. I suppose it's similar to using range and praying versus range, so you use magic hits on you. But you'll see by the way we actually do the phase is actually so much easier with this. Okay, so we know on to the next phase. We've got 100% adrenaline. You don't always need 100%, but it helps. So the goal of this is to get her to about we'll say 45,000 health. You then berserk, use your adrenaline flask, and then when she's about 27,000 health, as close to 25 as possible, that's when you want to be using assault. And you should be able to get her all the way down to 0 health with that one assault. If not, you'll be very, very close, and just a few more hits will do it. There's the pray magic, and you'll see that her damage is there. Now it's going to be so small in comparison. Pull away, nice and easy, and she should now be enraged, which is nice. So we're now going to berserk. Now, obviously, when you press berserk, you have no adrenaline, so you're free to then just knock out the quick foodie. Now, as you're spamming Sour Brews, as your stats going down, I'd recommend that you then quickly use another adrenaline or something, not adrenaline, a overload before you actually do the assault, just so that your stats are as high as possible. And then you just keep doing your basic attacks, and she dies. Nice and simple. Then we get, pretty shit. Go for the pet chance, and never. Cool. So, I hope this helped. It wasn't the smoothest of kills, as I've obviously done live commentary, and I've not meleeed this for probably a year, maybe a bit less than a year, but it's been a long time. So I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comment section. This is Blank. I'll see you next time. Bye.